When you arrive at your site, you can click on the job block again to set your status as working on the job. Select working on job at the top. At this point, you may have to complete a checklist or certificate if that has been specified by back office staff for this job. For instance, it could be a risk assessment. Complete any checklist as required, and we will cover tests and certificates in more detail later. Your status is now updated to working on the job. The job workflow runs from left to right using the tabs at the top. Work through and complete each tab for each task within the job, and then on your final task you will be asked to sign off the whole job. Whilst you're working on a job, at any point you can click the ellipsis for further options. You can go back to your job list, or you can change your activity to a new job or other activity such as a break or travelling home. If you need to add new tasks to the job, for example, if you need to resolve a breakdown that happens when you're on site, you can use the Add Task feature. We will cover this in more detail later. If you need to sign off the work that you've done so far, you can obtain an interim signature. For instance, if you're working later on the site and your contact is leaving for the day, you could capture an interim signature before they leave rather than no signature at all. You could also update the job status or the priority field on the Details tab of the task, depending on your business process stated by your line manager. If whilst attending site you find a situation where a quote is needed, you can raise a quote from the ellipsis in the top right. We will cover quotes in more detail later. You can also view and edit any job certificates that have been completed on the job. And here is the one that we completed earlier. We will now go into look at each tab in the job workflow in more detail.